Welcome to another episode of Silent Truth. Today's episode, I am going to share a true crime story about a killer, the Zodiac Killer. Let's start. Chapter 1. Introduction to the Case. The Beginnings. The Zodiac Killer, active from the late 1960s to the early 1970s, is known for a series of brutal murders in the San Francisco Bay Area. His chilling behavior went beyond the killings. He taunted the public and law enforcement with cryptic letters, ciphers, and phone calls. Despite decades of investigations and hundreds of suspects, the Zodiac's identity remains a mystery. Victims. The confirmed victims include Betty Lou Jensen, David Faraday, Darlene Ferrin, Michael Mageau, Brian Hartnell, Cecilia Ann Shepard, and Paul Stein. Each victim was targeted in different locations, under varying circumstances, yet the Zodiac's methodical approach to his killings created a pattern that has intrigued detectives. Chapter 2. The Murders and Initial Investigation. The First Murders. On December 20th, 1968, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were shot and killed on a remote road near Vallejo. Their deaths were the first attributed to the Zodiac Killer. Though the case initially seemed like a typical murder, it quickly became clear that something more sinister was at play when the Zodiac's letters began arriving at local newspapers. The Lake Berryessa Attack. In 1969, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Ann Shepard were attacked while sitting near Lake Berryessa. The Zodiac approached them, tied them up, and in an eerie twist, drew a symbol on Hartnell's car door with a felt-tip pen. He then fatally stabbed both victims and left a message claiming responsibility for the murders. The Paul Stein Murder. The final confirmed Zodiac murder occurred on October 11, 1969, when the killer shot and killed cab driver Paul Stein in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. This was the last known murder attributed to the Zodiac, but the killer's communications continued for years afterward. Chapter 3. The Letters and Ciphers. The first letter. The Zodiac's first letter to the San Francisco Chronicle was postmarked July 31st, 1969. It was a rambling note that included a cipher challenging the public and police to solve it. Over the years, he sent several letters, each more taunting than the last, containing cryptic symbols and claims of responsibility for the murders. The ciphers. The Zodiac's ciphers were notorious for their complexity. The killer sent several, including one that was 340 characters long, which took decades to crack. While some were deciphered, others remained unsolved, adding to the mystique of the case. The infamous "I like killing people" letter. One of the most infamous letters sent by the Zodiac featured a disturbing phrase, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." This particular letter highlighted the sadistic enjoyment the killer took in the murders, offering detailed instructions on where he might strike next. Chapter 4. Suspects and Investigations. Suspects. Over the years, numerous individuals have been suggested as the Zodiac, but none have been conclusively proven to be the killer. Notable suspects include Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who was investigated heavily but never charged, and Richard Gaikowski, a journalist who some have linked to the case due to similarities in handwriting. The DNA evidence. In the 21st century, law enforcement turned to new technology, including DNA analysis, to try and solve the case. While DNA samples have been taken from crime scenes, no match has been found in national databases. The lack of a definitive lead continues to frustrate investigators. Chapter 5. Theories and Speculations. Theories of the Zodiac's identity. The Zodiac killer's true identity remains a topic of intense debate. Some theorize that the killer was a member of the military, given his apparent knowledge of map-making and strategy. Others believe that he may have had psychological issues that drove his compulsive need for attention. The unsolvable mystery. A prominent theory is that the Zodiac may have been a master manipulator, knowing how to craft messages that would entice the public and police into a never-ending search for his identity. His obsession with control, secrecy, and notoriety may have been part of what made him so dangerous and elusive. Chapter 6. The Cultural Impact. Pop culture fascination. The Zodiac killer case has become one of the most well-known unsolved mysteries in true crime history. Books, documentaries, and movies, like the 2007 film Zodiac, have captivated audiences, keeping the case in the public eye. The killer's influence on pop culture can still be felt today, with new documentaries and investigative podcasts continuing to speculate on his identity. The legacy of fear and obsession. For those living in the San Francisco Bay Area during the Zodiac's reign of terror, the killer's reign was a period of constant fear. The media frenzy around his letters, combined with the chilling nature of the murders, contributed to a heightened sense of paranoia. Today, the case remains a point of fascination for law enforcement and true crime fans alike. Chapter 7. The Case Today. Ongoing investigations. Although no new developments have emerged in recent years, the case remains open. The FBI and local law enforcement agencies still consider the Zodiac a priority. There is a sense of hope among true crime enthusiasts and investigators that new technology, such as genealogy databases, might provide a break in the case. The unsolved mystery. To this day, the identity of the Zodiac killer remains one of the most tantalizing unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite the passage of time, the case continues to haunt both those who lived through it and the generations that have studied it since. Thank you for joining us as we unraveled this chilling story. If you found this case intriguing, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another shocking tale. Drop a comment below with your thoughts and theories. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay safe and keep questioning the truth.